All right, welcome back to Kevin Talks Movies. And I always forget to say this part, so I want to say this right at the beginning. Follow me on Instagram at Kevin Talks Movies if you haven't followed me already. I usually post a little, just 10-second reel along with the episode drop, and it lets you know when there's a new episode.
No, seriously, come on, do it. Do it.
Which helps support the channel. Drop a like and subscribe down below. That also helps. Today, I am seeing Jackass 4. Now, I've seen a lot of the Jackass series. I've seen all of Wild Boys. I've seen all of the Jackass movies. I can't get enough of Steve-O's YouTube channel and, the podcast Wild Ride. And so I'm very excited to see this movie. I'm a big fan of Jackass. Sad to see it's their last one, but, they're getting so old. Well, too old to be doing the things they do. They're absolutely crazy. I can't wait to see how they raise the bar this time and get just even more wild, even more funny. And I hope it's a good one. I hope it's a 10 out of 10. But we'll see how it is. Hopefully it's the best one. That's what I'm honestly hoping. We'll see what I think when I come back.
Watch it, man.
All right, so I just got back from watching Jackass Forever, and let me tell you, Jackass did it again. Jackass just never fails. They're just always so funny, always pushing the bar, always doing crazy, crazy stuff. And Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville in particular, I know both almost practically died during this movie. And let me tell you a disclaimer for this movie. If you are allergic to male genitalia, do not watch this movie, because this movie has so much male genitalia in it. There were so many close-ups of balls and holes on the screen. I'm glad I got to pay to see this on the big screen. Do not take your kids to see this movie. You do not want to see the things they do.
Do not go in there. Woo!
Now, I had seen all the other Jackass movies, so I knew there would be a lot of penises, but there was a lot of penises and a lot of testicles and a lot of them getting injured. There was a straight segment where they just did cup test this, cup test that, cup test that. And it just went further and further and further. And they were like, how far can we push this, basically? And that was one thing I did like about this movie is it's the last Jackass movie, but they did do a few things from the first movie, but times it by 4 a little bit. And so that's what I think they did really well. And obviously, I know they had a lot of things that they had to cut from the movie, as they usually do. And I say release the deleted scenes. We need to see them. But I'm sure they'll probably be on YouTube, on Steve-O's YouTube specifically.
Well, obviously.
Another thing I think they did well for this being the last movie of the series is they kind of introduced some new people into like the next generation of Jackass. So they not only did they have a bunch of guest stars, they had Eric Andre, they had freaking the guy from Mythbusters. They had him help. They had a bunch of other celebrities just making cameos throughout the movie, but I don't want to spoil all of it just because it's opening weekend, and I was glad to see it opening weekend, but I don't want to spoil it too much for everybody else that hasn't seen it and wants to go see it. And if you're not allergic to male genitalia, I do suggest you highly go see it. It's probably very funny. And, everything, all their guest appearances, I feel like were accurate of the Jackass fan base community. So if you're a fan of Jackass, I feel like you're going to know most of their celebrity guests in the movie. And so that's pretty good. But they also introduced like a new generation of Jackass. They had a few people that were now part of the like main cast that I don't think I had seen before. And they're probably gathered from around, just people that like to do crazy stuff similar to Jackass. But having the official crown from Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville and Ryan Pontius, I feel like it's probably good for their Jackass careers in the future, even though they may not be Jackass per se. I was striving for a feel-good movie this time, and I definitely got one in this one. This one was very funny, at least I think so. Although a bit torturous though not as torturous as I could have expected. I mean, there was nothing that was like from one of the older Jackass movies where they walked into a room of tasers. That was pretty much the peak, I think, Jackass challenge. But in this one, they did have a few things kind of similar. They had definitely a point where they had a room full of a bunch of pots and pans, just full dangling from the ceiling, full Home Alone style, and just sending people in there in the dark, not being able to see. And mouse traps, they used good use of mouse traps, good use of wild animals hurting people in ways that they may or may not have signed up to be hurt by. They did it well. No surprise, Jackass and their crew, Jeffrey Tremaine, a lot of credit where credit is due, and they always do a great job. No surprise. They kind of defined their own genre of that type of thing. So to see them do their thing when they're 40, 50, it's iconic. It's iconic. And just glad to be a part of it, buying a ticket. As far as the creativity in this movie, I feel like it was maybe subpar to other Jackass movies. I feel like maybe they were probably more creative in the past. I feel like they've probably just done a lot of things that they've done before in this one. And they did have some new things, of course, but, you know, it's hard to beat the classics. So what do? They take the classics and they do it again, but maybe times 2 this time. Know what I mean? So that's how I feel about Jackass. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I suggest you highly go see it in theaters. Try not to get corona, but it might be worth the corona. But try not to get it anyway. Wear your mask. Wear double mask when you're in there. Drink when you got a cup and a straw. Drink the straw through under the mask. It's the safest thing. That's at least my best advice for you, the moviegoer in 2022. Almost said 2021. If you like this video and you like Jackass or one or the other, like this video down below. Click the button. Hit subscribe for more of my videos in the future. Hit the bell so you're notified whenever I post, and I will see you next time. Follow Kevin Talks Movies on Instagram. I'll see you next time. Thank you.